Hi, my name is Umar and today we will be reviewing this Suzuki Liana. This car has been provided to us with the courtesy of Al Rauf, which is one of the oldest and most reputable used and imported cars dealership in Karachi. You can check their Facebook page, the link of that is given in the description. This car is also up for sale over there, so if you want to buy this car, you can check it on their Facebook page. Suzuki introduced Liana as replacement of Suzuki Baleno back in 2005. At that time, the car was offered as a Japanese import car, just like Ciaz is an imported vehicle now. So later in 2006, they started the local assembly of Suzuki Liana, and it was assembled as a 1.3 liter petrol. There were two variants available, RXI and RXL. The car had not a good lifespan, so the reputation of Suzuki Liana was extremely bad, and the car faced a lot of criticism because of some mechanical issues. So today I will tell you all the issues that were there with Liana that people are talking about, and then we will take it for a road drive to see how this one drives. Coming to the front of the car, 90% of these cars have these headlight issue, like the headlights turn yellow after some time. So this is an issue with 90% of the cars. In the center you have your radiator grille with Suzuki's emblem. Over here you have space for fog lights, but you don't have fog lights by default. This car comes with Suzuki's M13A engine. This engine is a 1323cc dual overhead cam 16 valve 4-cylinder engine. This engine produces 91 horsepower with 116 Newton meter of torque. This is the same engine that is offered in Suzuki Swift as well, but in Suzuki Swift this works perfectly fine. In this one it has the problems that everyone talks about. Difference between these two engines is that in Suzuki Swift the exhaust manifold is at a different location, so there is a different exhaust manifold, as well as transmission, the gearbox and the final gear ratios are different in Suzuki Swift, which is why it works better in Suzuki Swift. Also, this particular engine, like this M13A that is offered in Liana, this has an issue of coil springs, so that is another issue with this engine. And the final issue was with CNG. This engine did not match, like with the conventional CNG. Then Suzuki even provided that sequential CNG, it did not work with that engine as well. But with petrol, like this car is a petrol driven car, this is a original petrol driven car. With petrol, this engine does not have those issues, it works fine. In the door you have like this glass and this door mirror. This is very similar to the Honda City of this generation, which is like 2003-2005 Honda City. It's very similar to that. If you remember, we did a review of that and I showed you this feature. So even the door, it opens the same way, the way it was in that Honda City. Under there you also have side skirts. These are factory fitted side skirts that came with this RXI variant. When you step inside the car, you have your power window buttons, your door locks, your power window lock, a door pocket, a speaker, your locks, and this is silver, this is chromed door locks. Then over here you have your trunk and fuel, like this is your trunk and this is your fuel, so it's kind of broken. You have your seat recliner. Inside the car, the interior isn't that bad. So if I show you, if you turn this on, you have your odometer, trip A, trip B, speedometer, trip mate, temperature, fuel gauge, speedometer, all of that, RPM meter, all of that is in this instrument cluster. Over here in the center you have your clock and a temperature gauge, and when you raise this, you can see these cracks. This is also something kind of common in Liana, like I've seen a couple of cars and they all have. Over here in the center you have your music system, a 2-din music system. You have your manual climate control, kind of a stylish way, so you know, like you press for the AC. So it's all kind of a stylish thing, but it's what it is. You open this and your ashtray and lighter comes out like this. Then over here you have a storage space, 2 cup holders. Over here you have your manual gearbox. Your power socket is over here. So like you have a lighter over here, and then you have a power socket over here. So you get 2 ports for that. You don't have a center armrest. You have another cup holder and this little space over here. In the gloves box you have a standard gloves box. Your sun visor comes with a vanity mirror, and this one also comes with a vanity mirror. Now coming to the back of the car, these back seats are a split of 40-60. So if you want, you can just raise this and you have additional trunk space like this. So you can fold both the seats, or you can fold one. It's entirely your discretion how much you want to fold and make extra space. So now I'm sitting at the back of this car. The leg space is all right. Like this seat is reclined all the way at the back and my legs are rubbing against this seat. Head space is really good. You have 2 headrests for both the passengers, 1 little armrest, and this armrest has 1 cup holder. I think this is normally like closed and you open, so both the sides open up. Probably this is broken, but there is this room for 1 cup holder, not 2. Normally in the armrest you get 2 cup holders. In this one they only give you 1. So if there are 2 people sitting, they need to decide who's going to put the drink over here in the comfortable position and who's going to put it over there all the way at the front. Now we come to the back of the car. Over here you have your tail lights, like your indicator light, your brake light, your reverse light is over here. Number plate is in the center. Liana RXI emblems over here. Suzuki's emblem over here. You have your high mount stop lamp over here. When you open the trunk, this is a decent sized trunk. It's a spacious trunk, and if you want bigger space, like I've shown you, you can fold those rear seats. They are a split of 40-60, so you can get even better space. So these were all the features and issues related to Suzuki Liana. Now let's take this car for a road drive. Alright, so now we are driving this Liana. So I am a little scared of driving this car because I don't have a good reputation driving Lianas. So I remember for a project about 3 years back, I was given a Liana for a few days till the other car for that project was like, it was booked and it was on its way. So in the meantime, they had a car at their office, a Liana that they gave me. And whenever I used to drive that car, it used to get heat up. And then the reputation was that Omer does not know how to drive Liana. So yeah, that is something that like that's my only interaction with Liana, and I must say that it's not that good. Okay, so this car is on petrol and the pickup is decent. The car is a little flimsy, like it's almost 200,000 kilometers driven car, so the car is a little wobbly and all that, but the pickup is good. That's one thing that I would say about this car. The steering is light. The steering is very light. It's a good responsive light steering, even though the orientation of the steering is a little bit on this side, but the steering is a little light steering. The brakes are not that bad either. Okay, so the parts of this car are expensive. That's the thing. Like, if you go to find spare parts, you can get the spare parts, but even though the car was a Pakistan assembled car, the spare parts are expensive. The price, in terms of price, because of that bad reputation of these cars, the resale and the price is extremely cheap. So you can get a Liana starting at something like 400,000 rupees for those earlier models. Like this is a 2007 model and this is for 450,000 rupees. And even if you go for a 2012-13, which is like the last ones that they sent, those also are not that expensive. So you can get one of those for around 800,000 rupees, which is like a very good price considering you get a full-sized sedan for 800,000 rupees, a 2012 full-size sedan. That's like a very good deal. The problem is that you don't know how well that car will be for. The turning cycle is good, the ground clearance is also decent. Yeah, the braking is nice. So overall, on petrol, this car is not that much of a problem. But if you're getting a car with that factory fitted CNG, then it's a bad news. That's what I would say, because the car has heat up issue, the car has coils issues, the car has there you got the gist, right?
In terms of fuel average, the car gives around 10-11 km per liter.
That was all about our review of the Suzuki Liana. Please let us know in the comment section what you think about this review. Till next time, bye.